r/AskReddit, what's the dumbest statement you've ever heard? Brawndo has electrolytes. It's got what plants crave. The way you're raised has nothing to do with the way you turn out. My mom to me when I called her out on her behavior. My dad told me a few days ago when I call you a re is not hurtful or abusive because I am your father and have the right to do so. Why don't we just visit the sun at night? You're supposed to go in the winter time when it's cold, duh. This sounds like something a child would say. Please tell us it was someone under 8 years old. A kid said that, right? LMAO. This one's the best so far. I used to work at a movie theater and I would encounter dumb statements/questions on the daily. The stupidest by far? If we're late to the movie, do we get a discount? It's prorated to the minute, right? You shouldn't speak Spanish if you're not Mexican. A customer who got mad at me for helping another customer in Spanish. I worked in a cinema/movie theater too, and the dumbest question and also the most hilarious was when a fully grown woman picked up 2 straws for her drinks, one in each hand, looked at them, looked at me, and said, "Are these straws?" Windmills cause cancer. Global warming isn't real because it's cold outside. And 5G phone masts spread COVID. The vaccine can't survive 24h outside the fridge, and our body is not a fridge, so the vaccine can't last more than 24h in our body. It took me 10 seconds to even comprehend and recover from the stupidity of the statement. It drives me crazy how people say things this stupid and feel like it's some kind of mic drop that has no rebuttal when they could just Google their little gotcha question and find the rational explanation in minutes, if that long. If you don't have children, God will punish you. Is that why I have periods? This sentiment drives me nuts. I'm infertile. According to some, it's God's will. According to others, God is punishing me. It's like sir, and sir equals God in this context, make up your fucking mind. He'll punish you with extra disposable income and extra sleep on weekends. This whole notion of some kind of neo-segregation just baffles me. The best way to find a job is to walk in the front door with a copy of your resume. Oh, my dad loves this one, except it's just walk in, stand tall and find the manager, look them in the eye and give them a firm handshake and ask for a job and you'll get one. Not really a statement, but what if Isaac Newton never invented gravity? Don't you mean Mavity?/S. And GT, it's a Doctor Who joke, if you're confused. And LT. Bill Gates tried to block the sun with chemicals. Amusingly, we're careening towards this one. Putting shit in the atmosphere to slow global warming is looking more and more necessary by the day. Edit, I'm aware that it's a bad idea, y'all. So, he put on sunscreen. There's no such thing as mental health. Parents say the weirdest shit sometimes. Only real men weigh over 100 kilograms, overheard at the gym. Bisexual people don't actually like both genders. They're just sluts and want to have sex with as many people as possible. I bet the customer who only spoke Spanish was happy to find someone who worked there who could help them in Spanish. Sounds like something a closeted bi person would say, I guess. Well, they aren't entirely wrong. Yes, and that's why you have autism. Response to, well, I'm getting the vax being I don't want to die. My response to that was, I thought you get autism after the vaccine? These are new, super advanced, time-traveling vaccines that cause autism before you even get them, but only the autism time travels, not the immunity. You can only get HPV if you sleep with many men. If you stick to one partner, you are not at risk and don't need the vaccine. Because the virus checks if you have reached your duck quotum yet, before it hops off and into your vagina. Of course. And you can't get it through any other means. I'm sorry, I know it's mean to laugh at typos. But duck quotum did get a snort out of me, I'm afraid. Please don't fix it. I was angry, I could do whatever I want. That sounds like an abuser. Black people can't be racists. Can they be racist against Mexicans? Obviously they can. It's only Spanish if it's from the region of Spain, otherwise it's just sparkling language. I'm indigenous, I had to explain this to a coworker who called me a slur as a joke. She argued because she was black and her ancestors had faced hardship that she couldn't be. I explained by that logic, I also couldn't be racist, nor could anyone who was Asian, Latino, or Irish in the US. We talked in circles for a good minute before I just had to take a deep breath and say, please just don't call people slurs, it isn't funny. Have a misogynistic coworker who claimed the male lions do all the hunting, because he couldn't stand the idea of a female anything being better. Warping reality to fit misogyny, a daily occurrence. Watching an episode of the first 48. A detective investigating a murder says, nobody expects to go to sleep and wake up dead the next morning. Well, the detective wasn't wrong. If we're going south, how are we going uphill? The US has never been a racist country is up there. Leaving out the fact that the Civil War was fought over slavery is pretty stupid too. I was one of those kids that went to a school that taught the Civil War was fought over states' rights and slavery wasn't that big of a deal. One of the few times I'm thankful my parents let me have unrestricted internet access because I sure as hell didn't learn real history from school. Magnets. Now all I know about magnets is this: give me a glass of water, let me drop it on a magnet, that's the end of the magnet. Donald Genius Trump. I don't get why they keep changing all the sciencey facts in schools. Some lady at a truck stop in Louisiana. What does he thinks happens to the magnet? The center of the galaxy and the Earth are aligned. We so are in the end times. To which I responded, 2 points are always aligned, it's called a line. He was super religious by the way. God loves you. You may go to hell and suffer for eternal damnation, but seriously, watches over you and loves you. Oh, that little kid that was raped repeatedly and set on fire, left to die? That's all part of the plan. Nothing says benevolent, omnipotent love like childhood leukemia. The Bible is historical fact and never contradicts itself. No matter where you are, you're always going north. You can't cook with gas. Cool Ranch Doritos are ranch flavored. Me. I don't date people with pronouns. Insert eye roll. That's why I only date people with amateur nouns. As someone from Louisiana, yeah, that checks out. Hey, race a good one that I said myself. I can hear food. 11-year-old me mixing up senses for a moment. Then there's this one my parents have told me. Your stomach hurts because of your phone. Your phone can definitely make your stomach hurt. For example, if you eat the phone or hit yourself with it. There is no difference between men and women. You can /T be racist against /if, mate you can be racist towards anyone. Black people don /T get sunburns. And a lot more. And GT, black people don /T get sunburns. This is false, but it is much harder to get them. I'll never forget my friend's reaction when he got his first sunburn ever at 18. He finally understood what we were complaining about. If dinosaurs were real, wouldn't I see more of their bones laying around? You'll use less gas if you drive fast because you get there sooner, friend's little sister. This is a tough hurricane, one of the wettest we've ever seen, from the standpoint of water. Jeffrey Epstein killed himself. I could care less. No. It's couldn't you moron. I don't know, I could care less about this one. I told my Phil a fun fact I had recently learned about the Scottish Highlands being part of the Appalachian Mountains. Well, you never really know. Someone who is supposed to be smarter than us came up with it, I guess, and now we're supposed to believe them. A girl said she didn't drink water because it dehydrates you. She would only drink sports drinks. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1,000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again. Reddit glitch out.